Alright fellas, I had a suspension arm break on the S33, my very favorite Tiger tank. The Imex used to be plastic, now it's almost full metal. Tiger won early. The suspension arm broke, so I had to put in a new one. That meant releasing the torsion bar and all that stuff. Now, while I was doing that, I got to thinking. Some guys think that smoke units are worthless and you should just toss them in the garbage. Well, I disagree. I think that smoke can be a really cool effect if you can get them to work right. But those of you that have tried know that to get them to work right, you've got to work on them, and that means taking them in and out a lot. And that means you got to pull this plastic plate out of your tank a lot, which means turning it over and undoing the screws. And then when you're done, you got to reverse the process. And I don't like turning my tank upside down. I don't know, maybe I'm superstitious or something, but I just don't like doing it. So not too long ago, a buddy of mine sent me some of these brass standoffs, and I found that a brass standoff with two washers exactly duplicated the height of the plastic post that holds up that plate. So I put brass standoffs in the four corners, and they're threaded for machine screws, and I removed the posts from the bottom, and what that means is that now I don't have to turn my tank over to put this in and out now. I can slide it in there and drop it down, and it lines right up with the standoffs underneath. And now I'm putting in, instead of putting those screws into the plastic, which always eventually strip out anyway, now I'm screwing into brass standoffs with machine screws, and I'm finding that that is working a lot better for me. I never tighten them all the way at first. You get them all in place and then tighten them down. How much of the hippie hair is hanging in the camera? Why do I do that? Why do I keep asking you guys questions like you're going to answer me? Just did it again, didn't I? Anyway, once you get them all started and in place, then you can go in and it just makes it a lot easier. And the other thing that makes it difficult to remove these plates is that the speaker on the Tiger 1 is in the way. And if it's mounted with the screws, the way it comes out of the box, you're going to find that the only way to get that speaker off is to remove the tracks. Now, if I want to swap out smoke units real quick, man, I don't want to pull off tracks and turn the tank upside down and all that crap. And this way I don't have to. So there's the mod for the standoffs. Now my plate is in place and secure, and I don't have to turn my tank upside down. And then the other one is for the speaker. What I've done here is I got some of the Velcro that who recommended, and I always put the loop, the fuzzy part, inside the tank. But first you have to put in a little pad, like a Velcro pad, to raise it up a little bit. Otherwise it won't get a grip, because I like to leave the mounting holes in place. First, that means I can always go back to screws if I want, if I think there's a tough battle coming up or something and I want to not take any chances. And also it acts as like location pins for the speaker. So I've already got the hook part of the Velcro on the speaker, and I'm not sure if this is important or not, but I made sure not to cover the hole in the middle, because I'm not sure if it would affect the sound or not. But I've put the pad down there just with a little CA, and then you just put that Velcro in place. And then once that is down, it makes it really easy to get your speaker in and out. When you go to align it, you can just set the one in the back hole and set it down, and it'll press that Velcro, and that'll hold it in place. This Velcro is almost too strong. I've also got the Velcro thing going on in the 332 Tiger, which is the IR TAMI compatible battle tank. But that holds it securely enough for everything that I want to do. And you can always put the screws in, and I probably will pop one in on this just because I got the tracks off. But there you go. Gives you a location. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to put screws in them. That's the whole point of the Velcro. Goes down. In the other tank, it holds great. It's never come undone. You can also see where I've got the Velcro, because this still runs on the stock Tigen electronics. So now when I put my MFU down in there, first I'll hook up my power and motor plugs. Let's just do it now. Power, motor, right. This was the thing that always threw me the most when I'd go to switch over to Tigen stuff, is that Heng Long is different from this. Heng Long, the motor left is in the middle, and Tigen, the motor right, is in the middle. Alright, and then that will set down on those Velcro pads, and that's all you got to do is set it in there. Now it's pretty well held in there, pretty securely. I don't think I can lift up the tank with it. No, not quite, but it's pretty well in there. It's not going anywhere. And now I can get my flash guards back in place. And obviously we got a Komodo in here and get all that plugged in. So anyway, that's just a couple of quick things you can do to make maintenance on your smoke units a lot easier. It just makes it so much easier to get that plate in and out because you know the smoke units are screwed in from the bottom. I thought about trying to make a way to have the smoke unit in and out from the top, but I think that should be more secure, and I like having it screwed in from the bottom. It's just with 3 screws down there. But now I can get at them easy. So there you go, fellas. See you next time.